What are the various ways one could settle a case in Idaho, a personal injury case in Idaho? One way you could do it, which we would not be advised to do, is to deal with the insurance company directly after the injury occurs and just try to negotiate directly with that insurance company. That, generally speaking, would be a very bad thing to do, because you don't have the information upon which to make an intelligent and informed decision as to what represents a good value of the case or not a good value. The insurance company knows, and they're trying to devalue your claim every step along the way. But that is a way of settling it. You can do that, and you avoid paying lawyer fees and costs in order to do it, so that's the only benefit to that, but you're otherwise in a situation where you're very unlikely to command the actual value, reasonable value of your case. Particularly with all the knowledge that you needed to put into that decision. The other way, of course, is to have lawyers on your side, and there's various mechanisms by which cases can settle. These days, it's very common, for example, these days, for after a lawsuit's filed, for the parties to mediate the case, to go to a formal effort at trying to settle the case, where everybody gathers in the same place, and there's a mediator in between that goes back and forth between the sides, making the effort to settle the case. That's kind of like a formal effort at settling the case, and mediation is an extremely popular tool these days as a way of settling a case. Another way, of course, is just if you're represented by counsel on a claim, is to just negotiate, kind of like the old days, with the lawyers negotiating with the lawyers, but every step along the way, for us to represent you, for example, you would be actively involved in the process and the decision making as to what would be a counteroffer to make at every step of the negotiating way. And that too is a way of settling. And those are, I think, the three primary ways in which claims can get settled, either before or after a lawsuit. And our firm has more experience than most. We've been around for more than 60 years doing exclusively personal injury work. And we have a legal team here that has a very high level of legal sophistication and horsepower with the actual experience of going to trial, so that the other side knows if they want to try to lowball you, then that you have on your behalf a person very ready, willing, and able to go to a jury trial in order to get the amount that's justly due. So if you have such a claim and you're talking about the possibility of settling it, please feel free to call us. The first consultation is free. Call me personally or anybody else in our law firm, and all of us are doing the same type of work and have a pretty close to the same level of experience. So feel free to call us anytime.